We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Looking at Chicago, they want to turn it around after that loss to the New York Knicks. And it's Chicago to start out. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Pistons, Jeremy Lin is out there with Richardson. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's West. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. And it's good for two. Green's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Bulls. Lin dishes to West. Shot clock at 6. And Aminu slams it in.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Lays it up and banks it in. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points so far.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now Curry, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Outside for Caldwell Pope. They set the screen. Shoots off the screen. They grab their own miss. Green, the pass to Patton. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
Now Curry. Al-Farouq Aminu missing on the 3. And Steph Curry gets the 3.
You know what? The area code just doesn't matter with this guy. Steph just dropping bombs.
Lin kicks to Green. Back to Lin. They set the pick. For 3, Richardson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Here's Pat. Looking for his first basket still in this one. There's the 3. And Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got a couple of 3s now in the first for the Bulls. Lin dishes to Green. Back to Lin. From 13 feet, it goes down. Lin's got his second bucket of the night.
Always keeping his head up. Draymond rarely misses the open man.
Here's Curry, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up. Well, one book that is out on Curry is that you can body him and knock him around off the ball. Chris, a lot of teams feel that if you can beat him up as he comes off a screen, he'll be far less productive. What do you think?
Well, whether it's true, not true, fair, or unfair, Curry's definitely getting banged around off there. If you watch him off the ball in some games, he gets grabs, push, pull, you name it.
And it's Green, missing. Holmes sets a screen. Puts up a three. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
Over to the left wing. Lynn kicks it to West. There's the dish to Aminu. Kicks it out to Richardson. From beyond the arc. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Now Curry. 9 points in the game so far. They kick it out to Green. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lynn the pass to Green. Again, the miss by Green.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Caldwell Pope passes to Pat. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Pistons trail by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's Curry outside. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Picked by West. Lynn dishes to West. Green left side. Trying to get back on track. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Oh, he's only 1 for 4 to start. He has just not been able to get it going here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Caldwell Pope passes to Pat. Over West. Another one falls for Chicago.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lynn uses the glass to finish the layup. Lynn's got 6.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Patton the pass to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Lynn. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Pistons trailed by 5. Green kicks to Lynn. Green with a screen on Curry. Back to Green. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Curry's got the ball.
That's just a foul out of frustration. I mean, Curry, as always, frustrating the defense, dictating the pace.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in 1 quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end the game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the 4th quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
Some changes for Chicago. Rabs checked in for Patton. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Jeff Green. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for West. Jabari Parker comes in for Draymond Green. Parsons checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Exum in for Jeremy Lin. Pass to Rab. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Here's Holmes. And again, Chicago. No good. Pistons trail by 7. Exum dishes to Parsons. Kicks it out to Richardson. The feed to Exum. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. Detroit shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the free throw, no good. Well, Willie Cauley-Stein out of Kentucky, a player who many thought would eventually become a big-time center in the league, was taken 6th overall in 2015. That surprised some people, but he has had a hard time finding his place in this NBA.
Well, for Cauley-Stein, some of it has been opportunity, but also just consistency. You know, he's shown some flashes of greatness for moments, but he rarely puts together a stretch of those big games.
To the middle. Now, here's Exum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Screen by Parker. Takes the 13-footer. And that's good off the glass that time. Parker's got his first points in this one.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now Caldwell Pope. Following the miss by Chandler Parsons from deep. Passes it to Rabb. Over Cauley-Stein. And it's Rabb missing there.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
And that one's good. Parker.
No, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Well, Chris, as you look around the league and with all the great players in it, who would you like to have played with that's playing right now?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, you look at all the big fellas, I definitely would love to play with the Cousins or Davis. You look at guards, I mean, how could you not want to play with Westbrook, Harden, or LeBron? I mean, it's like telling a kid, go in the candy store, what candy do you want to pick? It might take him an hour. He might pass out just with the excitement. I don't know. There's so many great players in this league, man. It's so hard to choose one. How about you just take any of the top 10, and whichever one I pick out of a hat, I'd play with them and be happy.
I like that. How about in the past, guys you would have liked to have played with when you were playing the game?
Wow, late in my career, Kevin, I could have played with Tim Duncan. I've always thought that would have been like Shaq, KG. It would have been other big players at that time when you needed 2 guys inside to play. So it definitely been guys that I respect battling and going up against, and those would have been the first I would have looked to play with. But those guys come to mind first and foremost.
And here are the Bulls now, following the missed shot by Willie Cauley-Stein. Here's Harkless. Detroit with the rebound. And here's Parsons. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Parker. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
And Forbes kicks to Napier. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter when you got to come check him.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the length.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane and takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Here's Parker. He has 6. Good if it goes. It's been all about Stephen Curry for Chicago. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at and so it's Detroit with the ball. 7-point differential. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. They've got Napier. Swanigan is out there with Rab. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Forbes in the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Napier. Pass to Swanigan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Napier passes to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. And it's Napier missing. Pistons trailed by 4. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Cauley Stein a screen. Exum dishes to Cauley Stein. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Give credit to the arms of Cauley Stein. They go on forever, which makes him the ultimate alley-oop finisher.
Here's Harkless. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Parsons right side. Harkless with the steal. Here's Napier. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
And Chris, if you're a Pistons fan, you have to be happy with the direction this team is headed. They have a good, youthful core, a brand new arena. Things are looking up.
Oh, yeah, 3 championships in the history. 2 of those were back-to-back and another final. But if you look back at the Pistons' history, just like most organizations, it's full of valleys and peaks. And they just went through a valley for the past 7 years or so. And we'll see how things are lining up for them. It looks promising, but they have to come through and execute.
The putback. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 4. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4, and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender, and I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. Bulls have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time, that 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat, what was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
It's so tough to play against that team. Jordan, arguably the best player that's ever laced them up, and Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards, and then you had guys in a system that was, just really too much. It's hard to say. Of course, in my opinion, having played against them, they're the best team of all time. But Bill Russell once told me, ghosts can't play, so don't get caught up in comparing eras that you really can't prove it. So, yeah, of course they're the best of all time to me, but it's fun watching these young kids play today.
Napier kicks to Forbes. There's a good screen. Napier passes to Rab. Shot clock at 6. 16 feet away. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Pistons trail by 5. Now here's Exum. Parker dishes to Exum. Parker outside. 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Bulls. Rabs got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the pass to Swanigan. Baseline jumper. It's Chicago with another bucket.
If you leave him alone, he'll drain that mid-range jumper all day long.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The Bulls making a switch here. Green's checked in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Napier. 5 points in the game. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Napier's got 5 points in the quarter.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Green kicks to Lynn. Back to Green. West down low. He's against Green. And it's West again missing. The Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Rab. Here's Swanigan. They get the rebound. Here's Forbes. No good on the 3. Pistons trail by 8. Over to the wing. Here's Lynn. And the shot falls short this time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Napier. He's got 8. Passes to Swanigan. It's stolen by Green.
Oh, just a bad turnover, but they're still doing a good job hanging on to the ball in this game.
Detroit's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lynn. It's deflected. And they're pushing it up. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
West inside. The jump hook. Rebound by Napier. The Bulls leading by 11. Pass to Swanigan. They kick it out to Green. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 4 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 3-second call. You look back on the last 5 off seasons or so, Chris, and there are usually huge names that change teams. LeBron, Durant, the first names that come to mind. As you went through the free agency process, how much of an influence did your agent or any sponsorships play in your role in that decision in picking your new team?
Yeah, I think every relationship with the player and their agent is different. For me, I wanted to go back to the place that I felt that was loyal to me. I wanted to go back to Sacramento because there had never been a small market team. I felt a really small market team that won a championship. And I saw Karl Malone try for all of those years. I saw Stockton try for all those years. Reggie try for all those years. And so I really wanted to be one of the first to kind of bring that back to the city. So my agent, my shoe company, no one could have said anything to take me away from that. That was a personal mission that I want, and I knew what I was dealing with at that time. But I think for other guys, it's different. Some guys, want more commercials. They like to be in a bigger market. Some guys don't want that, and they're happy staying under the radar, like a Tim Duncan, as long as he's winning. So I think for every guy is different, and I really believe that you have to make that decision for yourself and your family first, because if you do that, then the fans wherever you go will be much happier because you want to be there. You're not just buying time here.
Here's Lynn. It's deflected. They get it back. And that one's good. Green.
He's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Curry kicks to Green. Caldwell Pope left side. Lays it up and banks it in. Caldwell Pope's got 9.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the scorer from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
Well, I just watch KCP out there, and whether it's on the ball or off the ball, he's so active with his feet and his hands. He's so hard to shake. He can hound a perimeter threat all game long.
Parker kicks to Lynn. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Curry with it. He's got 17. Feeds it to Green. Fires from the line. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And with KCP, he'll often draw the premier perimeter threat as his defensive assignment, which he welcomes. More often than not, Chris, he'll find a way to slow him down.
It's his ability on both ends on the floor. KCP, his skill set, that's what coaches love about him. He can lock you up on D, but he can also be a challenge for a defender on the other end.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for Jeremy Lin. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, his stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And, of course, NBA players have all reached this pinnacle through dedication, through very hard work. Chris, do you talk about the hard work and effort that goes into playing and succeeding at this NBA level?
Well, if you're in high school or middle school, when your friends are at the movies, you're on the basketball court. When your friends are hanging out at a party, you're at the basketball court. When your friends and his family on vacation, you're at the basketball court. I don't think many people understand the dedication. For many guys, it's more than 4 hours a day in the gym. And a lot of that is just sitting in the gym, just smelling the gym. Of course you're going to work out, of course you're going to shoot, but it's everything basketball. On my wall, I had Dominique, Magic, Bird. I had all these guys, Isaiah, cut out magazines, and I would put their pictures on my wall and work out and do push-ups looking at them. And I would know their moves. I would know everything. I remember Kenny Smith after his dunk contest, he stood at the free throw line and threw the ball between his legs, threw it off the backboard and dunked. I went in the backyard in Detroit, shoveled the snow, and we worked on that dunk all night, freezing. I mean, you have to love it. So, when you love something, my father taught me it's not work. And so you got to start with the love, and then all the other work and dedication is just part of the journey.
I love the message, but boy, I like that Kenny Smith story. That is a great, great story. Curry kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Curry. Holmes down low, covered by Parker. Holmes can't get it to go in.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, then getting right up on the jump shot.
Here's Parker. Chicago grabs the miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now here's Curry. guarded closely.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
The Bulls have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The first one falls.
And you so often hear about how much Detroit Pistons fans pride themselves on the defense of this team. It's a part of the franchise's identity. All the fans in Detroit definitely love their defense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Nobody near Parker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 9 points for Parker.
Wow. The defense is just daring him to shoot. I do not get it. I don't get it.
Green, no luck.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Richardson kicks to Exum. Trying his luck deep. Green. He feeds it to Exum. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And he makes that one. Curry's got 22 points.
Oh, and the long arms of Caldwell Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
And so we wrap up the first half. Bulls lead by 15. Time now for the halftime. Welcome back, everyone, to this. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. On the court for the Pistons, Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Green. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's West in at center. Green kicks to Curry. Here's Pat. West with the steal. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Richardson. Chicago's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. There's a good screen. Green, the pass to Curry. Shoots over Lin. And too long on the shot. Pistons trail by 11. Outside, Green. Here's West. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And David West gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls leading by 11. Now Curry. He's got 22. Holmes sets a screen. Again, Curry missing. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And here is Lin. 6 points for him. He kicks to West. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. West has got 4 points in the quarter.